Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Game 3 of the 2016 World Series. Here in the first game of this World Series in the Bronx as the Yankees lead the series 2-0 over the Los Angeles Dodgers. The batting order for the Dodgers is left fielder Carl Crawford leads things off, followed by DH Justin Turner, right fielder Yasiel Puig, cleaning things up as first baseman Adrian Gonzalez, third baseman Adrian Beltre, catching as Yasmani Grandal, center fielder Jock Peterson, second is Howie Kendrick, and shortstop is Hector Oliveira. While on the mound for the Yankees is the right-hander Adam Warren, 0-1 in the postseason in 2 starts with a 2.53 ERA in 10 innings. He gets the nod here in Game 3 from manager Joe Girardi. And Carl Crawford makes his way to the plate now to lead off this ball game. 3 for 9 so far in this World Series. So the first pitch of the ball game is delivered, and it's taken for ball 1. Changeup could not nick that bottom half of the zone. So it's a 1-2 count now on Crawford. The pitch from Warren. Ground ball to first base, fielded by Parker. He'll step on the bag himself, and Carl Crawford is retired for out number 1 in this top half of the first inning. And that'll bring up the DH in Justin Turner, hitting .472 in this playoffs. As the first pitch to him, swung on, ground up the middle. Lowry ranging to his left. Fields fires the first. Very nice play by Jed Lowry at the shortstop position to retire Justin Turner for the second out of this inning. And now that brings up the 3-hitter in Yasiel Puig, hitting .370 with 2 home runs and 4 RBI in this World Series. First pitch to him is swung on and grounded past the glove of Ronny Torreyes at second base. That's a single for Yasiel Puig, 2-out base knock, and he keeps the inning alive. So he's on first, and that brings up the cleanup hitter in Adrian Gonzalez, hitting .279 in this World Series. 2-2 count to him. Warren from the stretch. Ground ball to first, fielded by Parker, steps on the bag himself, and that's out number 3 as the Yankees get out of the top half of the first, not allowing any runs, and we're still scoreless at the end of the top half of 1. Dodgers and Yankees. Welcome back to the bottom half of the first inning. The Yankees' batting order is center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury, second baseman Ronny Torreyes, batting second and playing second, third baseman Todd Frazier, DH is the cleanup man Tom Ullman, right fielder Aaron Judge, doing the catching is Brian McCann, first baseman Kyle Parker against the left-handed pitcher, left fielder Brett Gardner, shortstop Jed Lowry, and on the mound for the Dodgers is the left-hander Hyun-Jin Ryu, the South Korean man. 2-0 in the postseason with a 4.80 ERA. Good record, not so good ERA. And now Jacoby Ellsbury makes his way to the plate to lead off this bottom half of the first inning. He's hitting over .300 in the World Series. Lefty on lefty, first pitch, taken on the outside half for strike 1. So the 0-1 count to Ellsbury. Now runs the 2-2 all evened out. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and rocketed right back up the middle. Just barely missed Ryu's head. And Jacoby Ellsbury has himself a lead-off single here in the bottom of the first, and he's always a stolen base threat over there. That brings up Ronny Torreyes, who is 0 for 6 in the World Series. Here comes the pitch, and there goes Ellsbury. Takes off for a second. He's in there way before the throw and the tag, as he's got himself his 8th stolen base of the postseason. 2-0 count now on Torreyes. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, taken the opposite way into the air, down the right field line. It's caught by Puig. Ellsbury will tag up the third base. And for some reason, he's rounding third. Heading home, the throw goes to the bag. He's now caught in a pickle. This is not good for Jacoby Ellsbury, as their great start has been eliminated as he is tagged out, diving back to third base. No clue what he was thinking there. But now there's 2 outs, and Todd Frazier's up with nobody on. Here comes the full count. That's swung through. He goes down swinging. And a peculiar way to get a 1-2-3 inning for Hyun-Jin Ryu, as it's now 0-0, still scoreless at the end of the 1, Dodgers and Yankees. Welcome back to Game 3 of the World Series here in the top half of the third. 2 outs, and Adrian Gonzalez digs into the batter's box. 2-0 count on Agon. The pitch from Warren is swung on, and that's taken to deep right field. That's back. Judge is at the wall. He gives a leap, but that's into the seats by Adrian Gonzalez. Launches that one into the short porch, and that's his third home run of the postseason, and now the Dodgers lead this ballgame 1-0. Brings up Adrian Beltre with a 1-0 count. Swung on and taken opposite wheel. Down the right field line. Lands just fair into the corner. Judge is quickly there, so Beltre is going to be held to a single. That's back-to-back hits for the Dodgers. And with a runner on first and 2 outs, brings up Jock Peterson. Correction, Yasmani Grandal. And he swung on, and that's taken into right field. Judge looks up, and there it goes. Yasmani Grandal goes yard, and it's a 2-run shot. And now the Dodgers lead this one by a score of 3-0 in this top half of the third, thanks to Grandal's 4th home run of the postseason. And that will end Adam Warren's day as Asher Wojciechowski comes out of the bullpen, making his 2nd appearance of the playoffs, as he'll be facing the powerful Jock Peterson. Here comes the 1-1. And that is Gonzo Alonso. Jock Peterson puts it in the upper deck. That's not a short porch shot. Upper deck shot into right field. His first home run of the postseason comes off the 3rd pitch Asher Wojciechowski throws, and it's a 4-0 Dodgers lead. So now with a runner on first and Hector Olivera at the plate, the 0-1 count popped up into right field. Judge is there as he retires Olivera for out number 3, but not before the Dodgers strike for 4 on 3 home runs, one of them being a 2-run shot, so it's 4-0 Dodgers here at the end of the top half of the third. Welcome back to Game 3 of the World Series here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Dodgers lead 4-0, and Jacoby Ellsbury is in the batter's box to lead off the inning. So the pitch from Rue, laid down for a bunt down the 3rd baseline. Here comes Beltre charging. He can't handle it, and Ellsbury's got himself an infield bunt single. Jacoby Ellsbury making his speed, get him on the base paths. That's back-to-back hits for him, so now that brings up Ronnie Torreyes. Ellsbury on first, takes off for second. The throw down is high and not in time as Ellsbury swipes his 9th bag of this postseason, 2nd in this game. The 1-1 count to Torreyes. Swung on and popped up opposite way into right field, caught by Puig. Tagging up is Ellsbury. Correction, he is not tagging up, as the throw from Puig would have had him nailed at 3rd base. So Ellsbury is still at 2nd, and that brings up Todd Frazier. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout back in the 1st. Here comes the pitch. That swung on and popped up into left field. Crawford is camped under it as it's a mile high. He puts it away. For out number 2, Ellsbury does not tag. So he's still on 2nd now with 2 outs. And that brings up Tom Ullman. 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out back in the 2nd. Rue sets, and here comes the pitch. That's launched out to dead center field. Back goes Peterson. He's at the wall. It's out of here into Monument Park. Tom Ullman, the 19-year-old stud rookie, delivers with a mammoth shot to dead center field. We've got ourselves a ball game. His 4th home run of the postseason. It's a 2-run ball game now, as Brian McCann digs in with a runner on first and Aaron Judge. First pitch to McCann, ground ball to second base, fielded by Kendrick. Toss over to first, and that's retired for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Yankees strike for 2 on a Tom Ullman home run. And it's now 4 Dodgers, 2 Yankees at the end of 4. We've got ourselves a ball game. Welcome back to Game 3 here in the bottom half of the 7th. The Dodgers struck for 1 in the top half of the 5th, and then the Yankees struck for 1 in the bottom half of the 6th, so it's 5-3 Dodgers. As the pitch to Judge is grounded up the middle for a base knock. Aaron Judge, all 6'7" of him, gets on first base to lead off the inning. And now that'll bring up Brian McCann, the catcher. Nobody out, runner on first. McCann's 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a line out. Full count on him. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, line to right field, but it's right at Puig, and there's his 2nd line out of the day. So Judge holds up at first base, and now that brings up first baseman Kyle Parker. Right-handed bat, plays against the left-handed pitchers. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, chopped a few feet in front of him. Rue fires over to first. Judge gets over to second, but Parker's retired for out number 2, so Judge standing on second base. And that brings up Brett Gardner. 0 for 2 in the day with a strikeout and a groundout. So with 2 outs, Judge on second, 0-1 count. Lefty on lefty. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that lands in front of Crawford in left field for a single. Judge is rounding third. He's going to test Crawford's arm. It's short, and Judge slides in. We've got ourselves even more of a ball game. Judge slides in. It's a 1-run ball game, 5-4 Dodgers, as that'll end Rue's day. And Jason Frazier, for the 6th time, comes to the bullpen with his 6 ERA this postseason. So Gardner on first. That brings up Jed Lowry. There goes Gardner. The pitch out. And it doesn't matter because the throw is high. Brett Gardner slides in with a stolen base, and he's now in scoring position for Jed Lowry. 1-0 count, here it comes. Taken up the middle, past everybody into center field. Gardner will score from second base. He beats the throw. RBI single for Jed Lowry. It's a tie ball game at 5. The Yankees have stormed back and tied this one up. So now runner on first with 2 outs. And Jacoby Ellsbury comes up. The pitch. First pitch swinging, ground ball to first. Gonzalez steps on it himself, and that retires the side. But not before the Yankees strike for 2, and they tie this ball game up at 5. 5 Dodgers, 5 Yankees at the end of 7. Welcome back to the top half of the 8th inning here. Still tied 5-5, but the Yankees have bases loaded, with the Dodgers with 1 out, and Carl Crawford is in the batter's box. He's 0 for 4 on the day, but he's had good games in the past against the Yankees. Here comes the pitch from Carpenter, in there for strike 1. Slider nicks the outside half. Carpenter sets at the chest. From the stretch, that's going to be popped up into left field. Gardner is there, but he misses it! He somehow missed that ball. Runs are going to score. That's 1. Here comes 2. The throw to the plate is late, and that's 2 runs for the Dodgers. And they just took the lead on an error from Brett Gardner. So it's a 7-5 Dodgers ball game now, and Andrew Miller comes on to hopefully get out of it. 2 outs, bases loaded, 2-2 count on Gonzalez. The pitch is swung through. He goes down swinging. But the Dodgers do strike for 2, as it's now a 7-5 Dodgers lead over the Yankees at the end of the top half of the 5th. Welcome back to bottom half of the 9th here in Game 3 of the World Series. Kenley Jansen comes in for the 6th time, looking for his 6th save. Still has yet to give up a run all postseason, and he'll be facing Aaron Judge as the Yankees are down 2. The pitch from Jansen is swung through, and Judge goes down swinging. So that's out number 1 here in the bottom half of the 9th. Now that brings up Brian McCann. 0 for 3 on the day. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and popped up into left field. Crawford is there, and he puts that one away. The pop fly right into his glove. Can of corn for him. And now that's 2 down in the bottom half of the 9th. And now Greg Bird is going to come in to pinch hit against the right-handed pitcher. 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch. That's a ground ball to shortstop, fielded by Oliveira. Whips across the infield. Caught by Gonzalez, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Kenley Jansen as he picks up his 6th save and his 6th appearance. Still no runs given up. And the Los Angeles Dodgers win their first game of the World Series here in the Bronx, as it's now a 2-1 lead, Yankees over the Dodgers. But this game goes to the Dodgers by a score of 7-5. Yankees fought back and tied it up at 5, but then due to a Brett Gardner error in left, the Dodgers got the victory 7-5. Jacoby Ellsbury was 3 for 4 on the day with a triple and 2 stolen bases. Tom Ullman's 1 hit was a 2-run shot. Justin Wilson gets credit with the loss. He's now 1-1. Jason Frazier gets the win. He's 2-1. Kenley Jansen's 6th save. And on the Dodgers side, Grandal 2 for 4 with a home run, 2 RBI, 2 runs. Adrian Gonzalez 2 for 5 with a home run and RBI. Adrian Beltre 3 for 5 with a double and an RBI. And Jock Peterson 1 for 3 with a home run and an RBI, as Yasmani Grandal, out of those 4, gets the Player of the Game honors. So with that being said, that'll wrap things up here for this edition of New York Yankees baseball in the postseason. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.